Welcome to Click Academic. This is lesson 5 on the series of logic and set theory. We will be discussing in this lesson, we will be discussing Bi Implicative in this lesson. We see that a compound statement formed with the connectives if and only if, then this is the connectives. We call it if and only if statement is said to be Bi Implicative. So now, what are the conditions? Let's have a pre-body diagram. Let's say we have something like this. Let's say statement 1. Let's say here is to be statement 2. So what connects between this statement and this statement is this border. So we call it if and only if. Now this is the pre-body diagram of this Bi Implicative. And in the case of Bi Implicative, this statement is true if both the statements are the same. Meaning, if here is true, here is true, so the whole of the statement is true. But if here is false, here is true, then the statement will be false. But if here is false, here is false, then the statement is true. Why? Because false, false. That's what I mean, that the statement must be the same for it to be true. Now, to check some of the things that may be required in case of Bi Implicative, let's have a truth table to check whether there's a certain relation that we can come up with from Bi Implicative. Let's see, we have P, Q. Let's say P, if and only if Q. Then we have what you call P implies Q. We have what you call Q implies P. And then we have what you call, maybe I can call this place to be A, and I can call this place to be B. Meaning A and B to be D. So now, this is true, true, false, false. This is true, false, true, false. So now, P, if and only if Q, can only be true when both P and Q are the same, have the same truth value. Now this is true, meaning here is true. False, true is false. False, true, false is false. False, false is true. Right? So then we have P implies Q. Remember what we do. We are implying Q. This is true. Then this place is true. Then this is F, which is false. And this is true, meaning it's false in the case of implicative. Then false, false is what? Is true. This one is the case of implicative. Then, now in the case of Q implies P, we are going to check for the P first. P is true, here is true, meaning here is true, here is true. Then here is false. Then check here, but here is true, then it will be false. False, false is to be what? True. Now, using the relation of and, which is conjunction in our previous lesson, we know what this conjunction is. Conjunction is true when both are true. That's when it is true. This is true, meaning here is true. This is false, this is true, which is false. This is true, this is false, which is false. This is true, which is true. Now, if you take this relation and this relation, if you look at it, we have true, true, false, 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 true, true. You see that we establish a relation. We can say, therefore, P, if and only if Q, is logically equivalent to what? Remember, what is our A? Our A is P implies Q. And our B is what? Is Q implies P. Now, this is the relation that we establish using if and only if and other connectives. Thank you very much.